the fairy tale you are never told. This is the story of the Juniper Tree. Long ago, there lived a wealthy and pious couple who loved each other dearly, but they were childless. Day after day, the woman prayed for a child, and as she stood beneath the juniper tree in the courtyard, she wished, "If only I had a child as red as blood and as white as snow." Soon after, she did become pregnant. When the child was due, she sat beneath the juniper tree once more and gave birth to a little boy with skin as white as snow and cheeks as red as blood. But after giving birth, she died with joy in her heart, and her husband buried her under the juniper tree. He wept bitterly for her. After a time, he married again. His new wife gave birth to a daughter, but she grew envious of the boy, for he would inherit the wealth. So one day, when the boy came home from school, she offered him an apple from a heavy lid-covered chest, and as he reached in, she slammed the lid down on his neck, decapitating him. In her fear, she placed the head back on his shoulders, tied a scarf around his neck, and sat him on a chair as if he were alive. When her daughter Marlene asked to speak to her brother, the mother insisted he was being stubborn and would not answer. Later that evening, Marlene noticed blood dripping from his neck and wept woefully. The mother comforted her and convinced her to remain quiet. She then chopped up the boy's body and cooked him into a stew, which she served to her unsuspecting husband. When he finished the meal, he remarked it was the best he'd ever had and licked the bones clean. Marlene, meanwhile, gathered the bones and laid them beneath the juniper tree, weeping severely. Then something miraculous happened. The tree began to shake, and a thick mist rose from its roots. A beautiful bird flew out, glowing with fire and gold, and sang, "My mother, she slew me. My father, he ate me. My sister Marlene gathered my bones, bound them in silk, and laid them beneath the juniper tree. Tweet, tweet, what a fine bird am I." The bird flew into the town, singing its song. Everyone who heard it was captivated. It sang to a goldsmith, who gave it a golden chain. It sang to a shoemaker, who gave it red shoes. It sang to millers, who gave it a millstone. Finally, it returned home. It flew above the house and dropped the chain around the father's neck. It dropped the red shoes to Marlene. Then it flew above the mother, and with a great crash, it dropped the millstone on her head, crushing her to death. When the dust cleared, the boy stood whole again before the house, alive and well. He embraced his father and Marlene, and they rejoiced together. The juniper tree stood still, its branches calm, as if nothing had ever happened. Not all Grimm tales have a happy ending, but some have a hauntingly perfect one. This has been another nightly bedtime story. Sleep well and dream deep. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and following for future stories. Until our next journey, goodbye.